It's a season 2 recap show tonight on Chevron Locked. Hello, and welcome everybody to Chevron Locked. This is episode 15 and a half. Maybe. Should we call it 15 and a half, or should we just call it season 2 recap?
15.1.
15, what?
The season recap.
Wow. All right. I like where you're going with that, actually. So this is Kevin and I's chance to just very quickly, this isn't going to be our normal lengthy podcast. This is just going to be our chance to kind of look back at season 2, kind of talk about some of our favorite episodes, some of the shitty ones, and just the overall feel of the season. So, I don't know, Kevin, do you want to go first? Like, what stood out for you in season 2? What was the one, or what were the episodes that just, if you had to tell somebody to watch, what were those episodes from season 2?
I'd have to say, it starts off with Bane, where Teal'c gets infected by the alien bug.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like visually that was just an iconic episode. That was definitely one that I had been looking forward to watching since we started doing this. Just, I don't know. I just love the Teal'c interactions in that episode. And if I had to pick two, the other one I'd say Gamekeeper, because it had Howlin' Mad Murdock.
I was about to say, yeah.
But because it was a great little episode where I'm still not convinced they're not still trapped in the game.
Ooh, Matrix style.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, I will say this, because we did a season 1 recap, and I think this is something we're going to do from here on out, just, looking at these recaps or looking at these seasons and then doing these recaps. But I will say this, that season 1, you almost had to devote season 1 to setting up of your show and your characters. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
definitely.
There's no way around that.
Yeah, it's like the first movie in a series.
Exactly. So season 2 came out swinging for me. Like, really. I thought Prisoners was great. I did enjoy Gamekeeper, actually, because I thought it was a cool little independent episode that just, it was a fun episode. It was a really fun episode.
Yeah.
And then, boom, we go straight to, like, Thor's Chariot. We go into Bane. We go into Tok'ra.
Yeah,
and
then I'm looking over the list here, and it's like, yeah, I loved Message in a Bottle. I loved Family. Like, season 2 was a solid season.
Oh, my God, yeah. Okay, so Holiday. I hated Holiday.
Sure.
But really, I can't. Even 1969 was a bit of a filler episode, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah. I mean, Matter of Time, even Spirits. I'm not finding bad episodes here except for maybe Holiday, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. We got setups that may not have gotten paid off on that initial episode, like Thor's Chariot, for instance.
Yep.
We got a great setup that we're now, because we're 6 episodes into season 3, we've already gotten one big payoff from Thor's Chariot.
Yeah.
And we're just going to get a lot more. Man, season 2 really started to bring the A game, I think. And especially with, like, the writing, I thought the writing got a lot better. And we started getting Peter DeLuise in the director's chair.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And it sort of advances some really cool ideas. Like we get Sam infected with Jolinar, the Goa'uld. And so she has the ability to now use the Goa'uld technology back on them. That's kind of cool. We get Daniel going crazy in the sarcophagus from being healed. Again, fucking cool. You mentioned Thor's Chariot, so we really see the might of Thor and his people. We get more history on Teal'c and the Goa'uld from that. We meet the Tok'ra. We meet another alien race in Spirits, and we have maybe a way for Naquadah if we can talk them into it, but then again, maybe not.
Yeah. Does that ever does that come back up, or was that pretty much over?
That plan, I think it's over, especially,
Okay.
We, in season 3, when we make the Naquadah generator, Sam says they just used up the last of their Naquadah.
And it was microscopic amount. Yeah.
So I think that's a no.
Okay.
But I think that's bullshit, because I think we could trade with them. They even said that in Spirits, that we could trade with them for minor amounts of it.
Yeah. I would have to say, and if I remember right, we did kind of shit on Matter of Time just a little bit, but I thought that was probably one of the best episodes. Besides Fifth Race, I think those two were probably it for me.
No, I think it was a good episode. That doesn't mean it didn't have problems. I mean, I've said that from the start of this. I love picking them apart, but it doesn't mean I didn't like them. I think Matter of Time, from just a story and sci-fi standpoint, is a fantastic concept. And I think that we see some of the things that are in that come back repeatedly, and I just fucking love that.
Yep. I agree with you, brother. And the only bitching I think I can really make, and it's something we talked about, I believe, last episode, was the season finale was weak. Like, compared to other 2-part episodes that we've gotten, that Out of Mind, it just was very weak for me, I thought.
Yeah, it was like a partially developed idea.
Yeah. I mean, especially, because Tok'ra was a 2-part episode this season, and I thought that was fantastic. I thought the season premiere, Serpent's Lair, and the last episode of season 1 were great fucking 2-part cliffhanger shows, you know?
But that, you've hit it. I feel like season 1 ended on a cliffhanger, and I feel like this one was much less of a cliffhanger, because it was Jack who realizes he's being messed with, and I didn't feel like there was any danger in it.
There wasn't, dude. There wasn't the immediate threat that Serpent's Lair had brought with it.
Yeah, I mean, watching the two of them back to back, it felt like one episode. When we talk about it, we talked about it like it was one episode.
Yeah. But I would the only thing I would probably disagree with you so far from what you've said about season 2 is I didn't feel as strong about Bane as you did.
And I get that. I mean, I have, you're going to see this as we get deeper and deeper into Stargate. I have some weird, strange episodes that have, for one reason or another, stuck themselves in my brain. And until I watch them again, I'm just going to be sitting here trying to scratch that itch.
Now, here's a question. Do you think that, because this is something else we've talked about, is that upon rewatching it this particular time, I'm watching it with the purpose of doing a podcast now. So I watch it with a more critiquing eye, I guess.
Yep.
So do you think that's going to play into some of these episodes that you're fond of, in terms of maybe you'll watch them differently?
I don't know. I mean, it has been a couple of years. I am definitely, as we all are, a different person than the last time I saw it. But I don't know. I've always been an asshole. I was raised by assholes to be an asshole. So I've always kind of picked things like that apart.
Yeah.
So maybe, who knows?
I don't know. I've been, and for me at least, like, I remember like Thor's Chariot. I remember the Fifth Race episode. The Fifth Race episode was very hard for me to say an ill word about, just because that was my Bane. Like, that was the one episode that I remember watching that just really sucked me into this show. And it was hard to watch that with more of a critiquing eye on my part.
Yeah, I mean, when we get to these episodes, I'm like, oh yeah, this is the one where blah blah blah. But I keep associating the Fifth Race with the fan fiction that's on the Stargate subreddit, which is fantastic. But I couldn't divorce them in my head until we watched the episode. And it is a great episode.
Yeah. We still need to try to reach out to that writer too, because I would love to get them on this show.
Yeah, I talk to him a couple times a week. I'll lean in him again, see if I can get him on here.
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun to get them on here, because I would love to talk about his fan fiction a little bit more. But
I know you're listening.
I know you're listening. I know you're out there, buddy. What else? What else about this this particular last season here that we kind of want to bring up? Yeah, like I said, the writing got so much better. Directing was so much better. Visuals, you could tell the budget came up a little bit from the first season.
Yep, we're definitely starting to see some of that.
Yeah, and we definitely saw a leap in the first couple episodes of season 3. So, but the visuals, especially for what is that? Matter of Time. That was probably one of the episodes that stood out in terms of the visuals for me.
Yeah, that and the tunnels from the Tok'ra.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that already.
Absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, great special effects. But we also got some off-world type of stuff, and I know it's something that we see a lot of, but even in Spirits, like I know that we've probably seen that forest 1,000 times, but it was incredibly well done,
No, I mean, in one false step, we came out of the forest and we were in, a different type of area, and we get those little domed shit houses that they're in. But even that, but they're good looking. They're alien.
They're
different.
I forgot. That's how you referenced them when we did that episode too. And I had just forgotten about it. That's all. But no. Was there? All right. What episode did you hate then?
I hated Prisoners.
Yeah. I would have to agree.
And I hated it on many levels, and I don't want to always hate it. I don't know.
Okay, I'll say this. I am not going to like that episode unless and until we get a payoff from her again.
Right, and that's exactly it. That's what I'm getting at. I don't want to hate it, but we never see her again, and we really, really, really should have, because that was a lot of effort to build that up for nothing. I mean, that was essentially an episode about her being stuck on that planet, and no one else on that episode mattered.
No. And she was such a fun, dynamic character that they could have played around with her and her motivations in quite a few different episodes, really. I mean, you could have peppered her in sporadically all over the place,
You could have. And then we never see the plant that she had that created energy. Again, they used that to start up the gate and manually dial it. And I think that was the first time we were able to manually dial the gate while off planet. But yeah, I thought that one fell flat.
That was probably about the weakest, you think?
That was, I think that was definitely the weakest.
Okay. But, another one we haven't even talked about yet was Touchstone.
Yeah.
Which, that was right up there for me primarily in terms of moving the story forward, because I believe that was the first time we were mentioned the second Stargate since it was found.
Yep.
Okay.
And we get basically a connection to Area 51. We see Mayborn, which is just, anytime we see Mayborn, my heart goes aflutter. I love that guy.
A flutter, huh?
Don't tell my wife.
I will never mention. In fact, I don't want to mention the word flutter and you ever. So we're good. We're good, buddy.
No, I think that Mayborn is, honestly, like, he's a perfect villain. He's the Loki, to SG-1's, Thor.
Yeah. No, that's a great analogy, actually.
I mean, to bring Marvel into this, realizing that we have a Thor and later on a Loki in this, but I feel like he's that villain. He's the guy that's just smarmy and is always going to win even when he loses.
Yeah. Which made... Wait, that wasn't from this season, was it? The one where it's the alternate reality.
Oh, the Through the Mirror?
Was it Through the Mirror?
What the fuck was it called?
I can't remember, but anyway, man, was that this season? Or was that season 2, or was that season 1 now?
I think that was season 1.
I think it was season 1. But anyway, how they did Mayborn's character in terms of like kind of making him like a little sniffling little bitch, how Hammond had to tell him, no, you're going to stay right here. You're going to pick up arms and you're going to defend this base. Like, he's such a sniffling little coward when it comes down to it. that it just makes him a better villain too, you know?
Oh, definitely. Absolutely does.
Oh God, you're right. That was, Mayborn was fantastic in that particular episode. But yeah, there was a lot in there, man. I thought I was going to hate 1969. I really did. I remember talking to you about it, prior to us recording that episode. And, I thought that was a great episode. I thought it was a great use of time travel. And some of the clever things that Hammond did in that episode in terms of leaving the note for himself.
Right, but they didn't feel the need to explain every fucking thing to us.
No.
I super appreciate that they're just like, here you go. You're a bright kid. You can figure it out.
You've got this. Yeah. No, fantastic episodes, man. God, it just seemed like they kicked it into full gear. They threw out all these ideas on the writing table and they said, all of this. And then they got to Bocello and Holiday and they're like, yeah, throw that one in there too. And, you know, you take the good with the bad, you know, or you take the bad with the good, whatever it is. Facts of life in different strokes. I don't know. But I just felt like they didn't leave anything behind. You know, they did a lot of great setup. They did a lot of great independent episodes. And, hopefully a lot of this stuff is going to get paid off in the next few seasons.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah. So, anything else you want to talk about season 2, man?
Nothing that we didn't go over in the episodes.
Yeah.
You know, there was really, I'm looking through my notes. There's not a lot that we missed. You know, nothing that we didn't touch on that's super important.
And if you guys felt like we did miss something, just feel free to watch Out of Mind because they gave you a whole fucking season 2 recap right there.
Yeah, there you go. We don't have to watch it again.
Without any of the bullshit. They cut all the fat out from season 2 and presented it to you on a nice platter, cooked medium, you know?
There you go.
Yeah, so thanks for everybody for tuning in for this very quick, just little season 2 recap show. Something that we want to do just at the end of every season. So, let us know though, man. I would love to hear what you guys thought of season 2, what some of your favorite episodes were, favorite moments. And, yeah, especially Prisoners. If there's anybody out there that really enjoyed Prisoners, I would like to hear from you.
Yeah. Please, you know, give us your love, your hate, give us whatever you have.
Yeah. Call us idiots.
Reach out. Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Facebook. I don't know. I suppose Twitter. I'm not sure. I don't know how this works.
Yeah, Twitter's still a weird thing for me. Like, I know we've talked about it. It's just a very weird medium to me.
We're too old.
We are too old, man. Send me an email. You know?
Yes, send me an email.
Send it through snail mail. I'll give you a P.O. box. You can just send me something over the mail. I'm good with that.
Yeah. If you want to, honestly, I'm meekandfrail@gmail.com. I'm Meek and Frail on Reddit. If you want to reach out, feel free. I'm active in the Stargate subreddit.
Yeah, he is. Which that's a fantastic subreddit, by the way. That's something else we learned from season 2. Stargate subreddit is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks everybody for just the support and the downloads and everything, man. Like, it's very cool to hear that people are listening to us talk about Stargate and that you seem to be enjoying it, I guess. Like, it makes it worthwhile. I mean, I could sit and talk to Kevin about Stargate, just the two of us anyway. We might as well record this shit and share it with you, you know?
Heck yeah.
Well, thanks again. You all have a lovely week, and we'll talk to you soon.
Good night.